my grandmother lived in Eastern Europe. Like I think it was Russia at the time, but I don't think it remained Russia. It's called the Pale of Settlement. And when the Cossacks started to destroy all the Jewish communities in Russia, she escaped. She was very, very little, and she escaped on her own to meet some relatives that were in the United States, and she left. And I remember her telling me very specifically she was hiding out in this farmer's barn, and the Cossacks came in and they wanted her sweater that someone had just knit her, and the farmer said, please don't take her sweater, and they shot him. So yeah, so she came over on the boat. I actually have a picture of the boat somewhere in my house, and resettled here. Never learned English, worked in a factory in New Haven for many years making foundation garments for women. And she was just the sweetest, kindest woman you ever met.
You said who was after her? What's the name of that?
Sorry?
What was the name of the guards?
The Cossacks, they were Russian, I guess, guards, police, for lack of a better thing.
Does she know what happened? Did she ever find out what happened to her parents?
No, so she met them here, I believe.
Oh, they were already here.
Yeah, I think one was here and one was traveled with her.
Okay.
Get the story straight. I don't think she traveled alone. I'm sorry, I think I made that up.
That's okay. We're all learning. We're all learning. So, did she ever go back?
No.
She was scared too, or?
If you were Jewish, you just didn't go back to Russia. It was just too dangerous.
Did you feel like she passed on the culture and that history to you? You feel like there's a lot of piece of the history that you're missing that you wish you knew?
Well, so she spoke fluent Yiddish, which is a Jewish language, and my mother spoke fluently Yiddish, and just the food and the rituals have stuck with me. But I only speak swear words in Yiddish.
It's always the fun stuff, right? Always.
That's all I speak in Yiddish.
What's one thing you wish you knew more, or wish you could connect with culturally that you think,
Well, I know life was really hard. I know it was very difficult for her and her family. I mean, like with anybody who leaves their place, it's not what they want to do. It's not the first choice. They want to stay where they know. But so it just became unbearable. So I don't know if she even remembers how bad it was, because she was really little. So I don't think she could share with me like her particular story, because she was so young. I mean, maybe she was 8, but I just like the bravery it takes anybody to get up from where they're from and all that they know to move to an unknown place is always just a remarkable journey.
How did they rebuild financially?
So she married. She always worked. They didn't. I mean, life was easier here. You could get a job, you could earn a fair wage, you could have housing, afford food, all those sorts of things. So life became much easier. But it wasn't until the next generation that they became a little more upwardly mobile.
And how do you feel about the sacrifice they made?
Oh, I'm grateful. I mean, I think that had she not made that sacrifice, that I wouldn't be here. They slaughtered so many people that I don't know if I would be here.
Yeah.
So I'm nothing but grateful.
So do you know anything about else besides about your grandparents or great grandparents? Were there any pictures or anything like that, or just?
I do have pictures, and I do have the boat that she came over on in steerage, of course. I mean, all my either a grandparent or great-grandparent came from, it's called the Pale of Settlement. It's just populated with mostly where most of the Jews were living in Eastern Europe, and they all came from that area, and they escaped because they were being persecuted, and by persecuted,
We know.
killed.
What was your favorite meal?
She made potato pancakes, potato latkes, and she made them hand grated each one. I used my food processor, and she made it with such love that it just was. You can't recreate it. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
It'll never be the same.
Is that your favorite memory?
Her making Oh no, my favorite memory was going to visit her, and I would be in her apartment, and she would let me drink this instant coffee with her at her like old table with the silver like I don't even know what it was, but it had a weird taste to it. It was probably lead. It just made me so laugh. It was with the coffee, and I drank it black. And we'd sit at the table, and she had this really cute salt and pepper shaker, and I remember sitting there and we talking.
Just sharing, talking. Well, thank you for sharing your story with me on Island Money Tweaks the Five. I really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. My pleasure.